Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast, the show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Aisha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Yo, what's going on, man? Habari Live Wednesday. We're in the house. From the streets to the headlines, from the culture to politics, this is Habari Live, your independent voice, your unapologetic news. Tonight we dig into the stories that others don't touch. That's our groove, man, and we're going to keep it going. That's what we do. So good evening. I'm Damon Ellison, as always, and welcome to Habari Live Wednesday night. Let's get it going.
For sure. Yes, sir. It's Wednesday. I'm your co-host, Aisha. From home, your home for truth, context, and clarity, straight out of Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we just got to shout it out. But tonight, our eyes are focused on Chicago and Portland.
Yeah. It's a lot of madness going on. We saw Pam Bondi getting grilled by senators and other representatives, and she decided she didn't want to answer a question, which is crazy. The respect level just was not there, man. Pam Bondi just was saying whatever she wants to say. She had a whole bunch of talking points in a folder that she was looking up as the representatives switch places on who was speaking. She would go to that person's notes in the folder and look up their name and see the notes that she has for them, and the talking points that Trump had handed her. And it was pretty ridiculous, pretty sad day for America, like always. And, they're sending troops into cities, pretty much evoking martial law. The crazy part is that, to me, you've always heard about Republicans being against these things. And for them to be the ones that's applauding martial law and saying it and loving the things that's going on right now, it's pretty appalling. And could you for them, they have to look at things from a Republican Democrat eyes, because it doesn't really matter what a Republican does to them. They'll take it, they'll bend over. That's just how they are. But if a Democrat was doing this, how would they feel? And we know that they would be up in arms. I mean, Obama tried to give them health care and they was pissed off. Mm-hmm. So I can imagine how they feel if this was, done by a Democrat, and the Democrat was putting in martial law all through the cities and just implementing these things in rural areas. Could you imagine how pissed off people would be, how pissed off the Republicans would be? They'd be yelling and screaming and all this other stuff, man. They would be pissed. But, today, this is what we have as they go into Democratic cities. I think they did go into one, Memphis. But, man, this is crazy times. These are unprecedented days that we've never seen before. He keeps talking about using the insurrection clause to put in place. I think JFK was the last person to do that. And this was for Mississippi, when Mississippi was, burning like the movie. And, right. And it was a terrible time. And he sent them to help black people who were getting lynched and beat by the KKK. And he's going to try to put that in place, saying that the left has went so far that they need the military to quell what is going on. I mean, this is insane, man. Portland, Oregon, dog. He's talking about Portland like it's just hell on earth. It's just they just out there just, man, It's just the Wild West. People just getting shot daily in Portland. It's a massacre of ICE agents. We saw a dude out there dancing in a furry costume, and and ICE was jumping the dude and spraying them with mace. One dude dancing, like, dude, it's disgraceful. And you laugh to try to get past some of the craziness that we are seeing right now, man. And it's definitely craziness. This is crazy. The the National Guard is not meant to police. That's not what they're here for. They're not here to police people, man. That's not their motive. That's not their thing. For them, it's all about, taking people out. That's what they're trained to do. Kill. So I don't know, man, what the president is doing. Um, do we see a future where the police is in every state? When martial law is in every democratic state? I have to disagree with you. I have to disagree. It is an invasion when the governor of the states is asking you not to come and you come anyway. When the mayors are not asking for help and you show up anyway, that's an invasion. You're telling them, I can police better than you. And that's craziness. If they think they have their cities under control, then who are you to say no? You don't have them under control. I can tell you when you got it under control. That's crazy. Duh. Portland police don't police. Do we have to look up Portland's crime? Do we have to look up and see where they rank in crime in Portland, bro? I mean, seriously. Portland, Oregon is not the crime haven that you crazy righties are trying to make it out of. It's not that. And you could try to make it all you want to, but we know what the truth is. Portland is not a place of heaven. I mean hell, and it's burning. They just against ICE, and he doesn't like that anyone is against what these people are doing. Ain't nobody begging for nothing. Stop it, Jason. Just stop the lies. Nobody is begging for it. No one is. No one's begging for it. Nothing is happening in Portland. I mean, dog. Man, dog. Whew. Yeah, I saw that today. Stephen Miller, when he showed his hand today. That he showed his hand. They want us under martial law. They want our kids walking to school with AK-47s next to them. This is what's going on, man. It's the white version of Chicago. Okay. Stop it. You talking about hating police? If Trump respected the police, which he don't, because you obviously don't. You said they don't police in Portland. Y'all say crazy stuff about the police. Oh, they're not doing anything. They're not policing. And then you want to say the Democrats hate the police. What's going on, bro? You can't be on both sides of the issue. If you love the police, then you would let them do their jobs and not bring in the military because you don't respect what the police are doing. Police are doing their jobs. If they feel as though they have it in hand, why the hell do they need the National Guard? It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I don't care what y'all think. There are Democrats that are police. Not all police officers are Republicans. Just like y'all. Just like they think all gay people are liberals.
Right.
When there's all type hiding gay people in their party, hiding who they are. So look, Trump, ICE, and the military coming into our cities. We see it, and it's pretty sad to see, man. Every day we see it more and more officers, military are coming in. And it's crazy to see, man. So I don't know what we're gonna do as a country when it's been ratcheted up to this level right now. When we have the president of America calling um, his fellow citizens the enemy. I mean, we are always trying to bring the truth and context and clarity, which that's our mission. But that's all we want to do. But President Trump is invoked in something called the Intersection Act, a new policy that sounds more like a military operation than a law. The same man who stood by and did nothing on January the 6th, the insurrection, he now wants to use the Insurrection Act. He went on to pardon all those people, pardon them, all those people who attacked the Capitol. Now he wants to unleash federal forces on U.S. cities and people who are just living their lives.
Right. And the scenes that we're seeing online are very disturbing. When ICE is conveying convoys are rolling through neighborhoods, protests are met with violence, and even government officials are casually referring to the Department of War. We've gathered the footage, the facts, and the fallout.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should go ahead and talk a little bit about the things that we are seeing and what's happening. What you got?
Yeah, man. Let's dive straight into it, man. Trump's ICE, Chicago under siege, and the dangerous road toward normalized state violence that we're seeing right now. So we're seeing pardons from bad, horrible people, and now he's treating regular citizens like criminals.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from pardons to power. Before we go ahead and talk about ICE in the streets, we have to rewind. January 6th, the day the democracy came under attack, Trump refused to act while his supporters stormed the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
And later, again, as president, he pardoned hundreds of them.
That's right, man. Analysts from the University of Chicago say those pardons normalize political violence, and it sent a message to all the people on the right that it's okay. It's okay. As long as it's in the name of Trump, it will be forgiven. You can hurt, kill whoever you want. He'll forgive you. As long as it's in the name of protecting Trump.
That's crazy. As long as it's protecting Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's using the same logic to justify force against American cities. He ignored an insurrection, and now he wants to use that same power on American cities.
Yeah, so let's start with the footage that kicked this off. ICE, the federal agency, posted this video on its official government account. The question is, how is this even legal? Look at the way they treating this guy right there. ICE post video. Yep. Hopefully it's muted. Look at this. I muted it. It had music to it. Look at ICE. They posted this video. I mean, dog, these people, man, I don't understand what's going on with them, man. Look at the video that they posted. And then they say, oh man, I don't understand why the violence is escalating. While they escalate the violence, the inhumanity, they're treating people like trash. Trash. We've seen video after video of these people treating people like they're garbage. Like they put this on their site with music behind it. I had to. I didn't want to play the music.
Yep.
They posted this on its official government Twitter account, man.
Right. That's government propaganda, plain and simple. They're turning arrests into PR content. It's just sad. No context, no oversight, and again, no due process for anyone that they're arresting.
And it's meant to send a message, man. We can go anywhere and do anything is what they're saying. It's intimidation, not enforcement. They're trying to punk people.
Yep.
They're trying to make people feel like they're not comfortable in America. That's the way they're talking. That's the way they're treating people.
Yep. So is the Insurrection Act a law or a loophole?
Mm-hmm.
The administration's calling it the Insurrection Act, claiming it gives federal agents expanded authority to restore order in cities.
But legal experts say it's a massive power grab, and it's exactly what it is. Letting ICE, DHS, and even the military override local police and governors, it blurs the line between domestic law and enforcement and wartime powers.
Mm-hmm.
And the Republicans would be losing their minds if Democrats did. Could you imagine if Obama did this and started taking over rural towns, sending in the military to little podunk ass towns? They would lose their mind.
Lose it.
Lose it.
Think about it. Trump pardoned violent rioters, and now he wants to give those same ideological allies federal badges and guns. The hell?
And the results are already showing, man. ICE is in the streets acting a fool. I just can't believe that we're treating people like this. I mean, for real, man, this is disgusting. And all these people, they call themselves Christians. All right, man. Like I heard earlier. All right, we get rid of all of the people that's immigrants. We get rid of people that's trying to become Americans. We get rid of the people who are here illegally, since everybody's illegal if they're not a citizen. That's the thing that we're going with, right? Even the people that's trying to become citizens, since they aren't a citizens, they're illegal. That's y'all logic nowadays.
Right.
So that's why no one's coming to America right now. And this is what y'all want.
Mm-hmm.
This year, we will see a decrease in population for the first time. This is what y'all want. It's all good, man. You'll get what y'all want. The thing is that they were saying that they love to say that these were going to bring all these black jobs. As though Stephen Miller said today, it was going to bring jobs to the blacks.
Mm-hmm.
He think that we want to go out and pick all these fruits and shit. He think that black people want to do those jobs. That's what they were talking about, black jobs.
Right.
Black jobs. We're going to get black jobs. Y'all think that we're going to do the stuff that they couldn't do?
If they don't want to do themselves?
Okay. No. And it's not equaling out to jobs. The jobs report didn't come out this week because, the government is shut down. But I believe that report still used to come out. But since he doesn't want that report to come out because, he doesn't want people to see the ridiculous things that he does and how it affects our job numbers. He lost jobs the first time. He's on his way to losing jobs again. So it's no surprise. The results are already showing. So watching this next clip, as we see a civilian ramming an ICE car in East Garfield, Chicago. Yeah. Now they said 10 people were ramming them and they were being jumped by a whole bunch of people.
Ain't nobody ramming that other car, but it's just the black car that's doing it.
They claimed 10 cars surrounded the agents and started pushing them. So that's why they shot the person. I just see one car.
The car that they're pushing.
Right. But this is what they claimed. But as you can see,
here comes one other car.
We have nothing but chaos in the streets right now.
So that's where they said 10 people come from.
No, that's
because it was a second car that came up.
That's ICE, isn't it? Or
yeah.
was that people running?
No, it was people got out of their car.
Huh.
In the second black SUV that came up, a bunch of people jumped out.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, war in the streets, man. This is what the Republican Party wants right now. This is what they say is the way to a better America. This everything is these people's fault. And DEI, everything. So, they got rid of DEI. That's gone. Affirmative action is gone. They're going to get rid of all the illegals. They're winning. But do you think tomorrow they're going to say that America's great? No. They're going to keep on going. Who else they need to get rid of? The gay people. They made it almost illegal to be trans. So, I mean, what else do they want? We'll see.
It's
Go
just
ahead,
ridiculous.
bring us back. Yeah, man, it's craziness. Was going to war in our cities, man. ICE is just on the loose. ICE is the DEI is over, Mr. Michael. It's no such thing as DEI no more. It's done. Y'all know it's done. All right, they ended it, right? There's no more DEI. He ended it. Woke is done. They killed woke. They killed DEI. So y'all don't have to talk about those things anymore. It's already dead, right? So I mean, all the things are going y'all way. So everything's great for the Republicans right now. So let's see. How great do you guys feel about America? Can you afford groceries now? Can you afford rent? I know you're renting all the culture wars, but can you afford to pay rent now? It's on you.
That's the crazy part. But we got this next video here.
DEI is racist. You're right.
I mean, we already just played it. Y'all saw it. The ICE, the car ramming the vehicle, which was some crazy shit. But they claimed that they were surrounded by 10 cars. But where is the proof? Every bystander video showed the exact opposite of what we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
I saw 2 black SUVs and 1 white truck.
Mm-hmm.
That was an unprovoked attack by that black SUV.
I don't know for sure, man, what was going on in the goddamn video.
It looked like it was unprovoked.
Okay, there you go.
The way it looks.
We don't know for
from
sure.
the video.
It's the video. We don't know exactly. It's just a couple moments that we're seeing. So we can't say for sure what was going on. So that's alleged in that situation. But they did say they were jumped by, they did, what was it, 10 cars? That's said 10 cars.
They said 10 cars.
We can see that.
I saw at least 2 black SUVs.
I just see maybe 2 cars and maybe 6 people, 7 people is what I saw. But, maybe it's some more video of something else. But they shot a person for this. So it just seems like things are going crazy, man. And like I said, man, these new ICE agents that they're hiring, they're just hiring anybody. And it's crazy. It's like they're asking them on the application, are you racist? I saw, we'll talk about that in a minute though, but it's the same script we saw in Portland, man. Escalation, violence, and then denial.
Mm-hmm.
ICE is creating the chaos. Then say they're responding to chaos when they are the ones that are creating it on the streets. So, I mean, that's a
propaganda machine in full swing.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and start with Fox host and Pete Hegseth, one of Trump's closest media allies. We have another video here that we can play.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is a little bit about Hegseth and his diversity is our strength slogan.
Who uphold the same standards as a 4-star as they would at a private. And actually underreported about that Quantico speech wasn't just generals, it was also senior enlisted leaders, top NCOs, who are the ones that enforce standards. And in fact, a lot of their heads were nodding the most. They're like, yeah, thank you for letting us do our job to make sure our formations are what they should be. Because you remember Giuliani in New York, the broken windows theory of policing? If you don't police the small stuff, if you let the beards go and the bellies go and the uniforms go and the fitness standards go, pretty soon the big stuff goes. Because our whole military is premised on unit cohesion and unity of mission. That's why diversity is our strength. It's such a dumb slogan. It's the dumbest slogan of all time. No, our strength is our unity. It's our clarity. It's the mission we share, love of country, and an understanding that we're in this uniform. I'm looking at folks right over there. We're in this uniform. It's a point of pride. It's about doing something greater than yourself to serve the nation when you could do 1,000 other things. We're going to do right by that responsibility. Those men and women are not civilians. They're members of the military. They're in the profession of arms. They live by a code we don't expect civilians to live by. That code is back. And at every echelon, we're going to live by that and lead by that. President Trump has set that tone, and we're going to continue doing it.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know you don't like diversity, Pete Hegseth. We see all your people in my comment section right now, and they're saying the most racist shit that they can think of.
The most.
And, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. They just come on and they see a black face and they can't help but to be racist.
Yep.
You know, to be against diversity and saying diversity is our strength is dumb. Man, outward disrespect for all of those that's different from him. Mm-hmm. It's all good, man. It's all good. And they can act like it's like it's no big deal because, you know, we've been dealing with this crap for I don't know how long. Just outwardly say diversity is bad. It's a terrible slogan. Like, dude, all right, man. That's cool. That's just not a talking point. It's ideological groundwork. When you attack diversity itself, you justify force against it. And that's exactly what they're doing. And, you know, all of them come in here and they talk all their racist crap, talk down, call people monkeys and baboons, and then say, oh, we're not the bad guys. We're the good guys. What do you mean? We're not bad. We're good. Call you all type monkeys. Call you everything, but they're good. They're the good guys. Then they want to call you a victim after they call you a monkey. That's the part that kills me. You know, they call you monkey and baboon, and then you're like, look at the victim. Boy, oh boy. I swear to God. They are a trip, boy.
Right.
And they man, it's a wild time right now, man.
And up next, we got Department of Homeland Secretary Kristi Noem. She's out here talking about the Department of War as if we've gone back to 1941.
That's what they want to be.
I think we got that clip.
They want to be in 1941 so bad.
I think we got that clip. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Bad Bunny was selected as the Super Bowl halftime performer.
Yep.
This is an individual who is anti-ICE, who is anti-immigration, says he refuses to tour in America because of that. The NFL is sending a message, presumably, to Matt.
We're not just going to be rolling out of Chicago here, but we're sending in the Department of War at the request that I made to Secretary Hegseth. They're going to be rolling in here within the next 24 hours. Wow. They'll be coming to Chicago, too. I put a request in today for...
Oh, man. Oh, man. And so many people that love this stuff, man. They're happy.
They loving it.
Yeah. You know, it's so much hate in America. You know, they want the police and it's all good as long as they're going for them. It's all good until they come for you. But hey, they think that they're going to be in control forever, I guess is what they think. That's what they're acting like. Republicans are going to be in control forever. King Trump, he'll live forever. 79 years old, he's going to live forever. And they're going to be able to do this forever to everybody. It's a good plan, man. You're right. You are right. You hope you win every election forever. Because you're going to have to. The way you're treating people while you're in power, and you're going to hope that people treat you differently than the way you've treated people, it's going to be a wild time, man. It's only 3 years. It's not forever. And now y'all out here, you know, beating y'all chests. Y'all happy. Throwing in everybody's face, talking big. You love it. I voted for this. You're doing it all. It's all good. But you won't be in control forever. The day will come where you will lose an election. I know you think you did big things and he has a mandate to do whatever he wants. The first president ever to win an election, and somehow he gets a mandate. He can do whatever he wants to. He don't have to listen to anybody. You know, he doesn't have to get votes from the Democrat side. He don't have to do anything. He just has to do whatever the Republican Party wants. Hey, that's the thing he has to do. He doesn't have to listen to anybody from the left. He can go out and screw them, send the military. Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. You think you're going to be in control forever is what you're saying? You think this is King Trump, 79-year-old dude, going to live forever? Like, I don't, y'all logic is, it's disappointing. It's disappointing. But I'm going to tell you what, you're going to lose. You're not going to win the next elections. You're going to lose. Because what you all are doing to this country right now, how you are ripping at the fabrics of the Constitution, everything that was built by the people we know weren't perfect. They own slaves. The people who wrote the Constitution, none of them were perfect. A lot of them had faults. But I know that they did not want this document to be treated the way it's being treated now. And Republicans, they act like they care about the Constitution. That's the crazy part. These cats be having little constitutions in their pockets and shit. But ignore every amendment so fast. They don't care. It's not about America for them. It's about cultural issues, racism and hate, owning the libs, making them pay for having a different look at life, a different ideology, a different outlook. That's the way things are going. So she's calling for troops in U.S. cities, man. That's what old Kristi Noem is calling for. That's not law enforcement. That's occupation. That's what we're getting right now.
Yep. And, she's even promised that ICE would be at the Super Bowl making arrests in order to keep it, quote unquote, safe.
So let's go ahead and run this video on Kristi Noem talking about bringing the Super Bowl, ICE to the Super Bowl because Bad Bunny will be there.
Bad Bunny was selected as the Super Bowl halftime performer.
Yep.
This is an individual who is anti-ICE, who is anti-immigration, says he refuses to tour in America because of that. The NFL is sending a message, presumably, to MAGA, to the Trump administration, by choosing this anti-ICE, anti-immigration enforcement performer. He's scared to perform in America because he's worried that ICE will have enforcement at his concerts. That's what he said in multiple interviews. What is your message to the NFL? What is your message to Bad Bunny? Will there be ICE enforcement at the Super Bowl?
There will be, because the Department of Homeland Security is responsible for keeping it safe. So I have the responsibility for making sure everybody goes to the Super Bowl, has the opportunity to enjoy it and to leave, and that's what America is about. So yeah, we'll be all over that place. And we're going to enforce the law. So I think people should not be coming to the Super Bowl unless they're law-abiding Americans who love this country.
And your message to the NFL with this decision? It seems like they were trying to send a message to the Trump administration.
Well, they suck, and we'll win, and God will bless us, and we'll stand and be proud of ourselves at the end of the day, and they won't be able to sleep at night because they don't know what they believe, and they're so weak. Yeah. Well, we'll fix it.
Dog. The crazy part is they think that God is behind them. How many evil things have we seen being done in the name of God? How many murders and how many wars how many people have been slaughtered in the name of God? We have the people who run our government talking about God will be with us. They suck. This dude is just doing a Super Bowl. What is going on? And then they'll come on the comment section and call the liberals, say the liberal tears, and then they're crying about who's at the Super Bowl.
Right.
Being big babies, talking about sending ICE because the dude said ICE is anybody that disagrees with them. And then they get mad when somebody say that they're acting like Nazis. Like they're sicking the government on people that disagrees with them. He doesn't agree with ICE. He doesn't agree with what they're doing. So they're going to try to intimidate him and we're going to bring ICE to the Super Bowl. He doesn't agree with us.
And the sad
What?
part about it is they think that anyone that speaks Spanish is automatically Mexican.
I don't know. They just think they just not.
Because, like,
Legal.
how do you, as Department of Homeland Security, and how do you, as the President of the United States, not understand that Puerto Rico is an American territory? Bad Bunny is an American citizen. Are you retarded?
They don't like brown people. The Supreme Court told them it was okay to discriminate and to pick people up because of their skin color. They said it was cool.
Yep.
They took that to the Supreme Court. And then they'll sit around and say, well, no, it's not about that. We're not discriminating. That's exactly what y'all took to the Supreme Court and won. I don't understand. And then, dude, they're Puerto Rican. Just because they're speaking Spanish, they're upset. They don't like that.
Yeah.
Speak American. They're idiots, dog. But, this is what they want. They said they're going to have a rest at the Super Bowl. A time that's supposed to be fun and people having a good time. They're trying to mess that up too. Mm-hmm. This is all they do, man. They just want to destroy everybody's life. They want everybody walking around looking sad and being afraid that Trump is going to come after them.
Right.
It's absurd. We're militarizing public gatherings now, man. Next, Trump himself attacking a judge for blocking his bull trying to go to Portland. Yeah.
Mr. President, a federal judge you appointed blocked your decision to send troops to Portland. What's your reaction?
Well, I disagree with that judge. I wasn't served well if they put judges like that on. I wasn't served well by the people that pick judges, I can tell you. Things like that are just too bad. I appointed the judge and he goes like that. So I wasn't served well. Obviously, I don't know the judge. But if he made that kind of a decision, Portland is burning to the ground. You have agitators, insurrectionists. Burning to the ground. Look at the television. Turn on your television. Read your newspaper.
Oh,
it's
man,
burning to the ground. The governor, the mayor, the politicians are petrified for their lives. And you have a judge like that, that judge ought to be ashamed of himself.
So Trump, he blasts Judge Immergut. He says Portland is burning to the ground. And he's lying. I mean, they can't even show a photo of something burning out there. Like they're the biggest liars ever. But they know their people going to eat it up. Because, Portland is a liberal state. And, you gotta do what you gotta do to put him in line. In any state that didn't vote for him, he's trying to make sure they pay. He's been taking funds away from them. He's trying to do everything he can to hurt states that didn't vote for him. Could you imagine if Biden and Obama did that? They already hate him. And they didn't do nothing to them. And they still crying. Go ahead.
That's just crazy. Whew. When a president attacks the judge for doing their job, that's not strength.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. That's authoritarianism.
Mm-hmm.
You appointed the judge to do a job. And now the judge is doing their job, and you don't like the outcome of them doing their job.
Yeah, that's like you said, that's the way it is. That's the way Republicans are right now. Everybody's supposed to agree with them. And that brings us back to Chicago, where Governor J.B. Pritzker isn't having it. He's sick of Trump. He's over it. Pritzker responds, they are the ones making it a war zone. And they are. They need to get out of Chicago, Pritzker says. Let's play that.
People on the streets are clapping as we do our work. They're clapping as these officers are arresting these bad criminals. This is a war zone. His city is a war zone, and he's lying so that criminals can go in there and destroy people's lives. Where we have gone, we've made it much more free. People are much safer.
The secretary doesn't know what she's talking about. She frankly says that people are clapping. They're not. They're booing her on the street, and they're booing ICE and CBP. They're raiding neighborhoods where instead of going after the bad guys, they're just picking up people who are brown and black and then checking their credentials. Are you a U.S. citizen? I don't know about you, but I don't carry around papers that say I'm a U.S. citizen. So you can imagine people are getting detained. They're getting arrested, U.S. citizens. And they did this, of course, when they raided a building in the middle of the night in South Shore. 130 people that were emptied out of this building. They were going after a few gang members, and instead they broke windows, they broke down doors, they ransacked the place, and there were people that were held, elderly people and children zip-tied. Elderly people held for 3 hours at a time. They are the ones that are making it a war zone. They need to get out of Chicago. If they're not going to focus on the worst of the worst, which is what the president said they were going to do, they need to get the heck out.
That's real.
I agree.
The fuck out.
For real. Pritzker's right. ICE and DHS are creating the violence, not stopping it. Every protest they secure ends in smoke and blood.
Yeah, man. And Chicago leaders are fed up and they're fighting back legally, filing injunctions, pushing back on federal overreach. But the administration keeps doubling down on their garbage.
Mm-hmm.
This is, man, it's like I said, the violence is being created in the streets by ICE. They're going through the streets like madmen.
Yep.
Because they're getting this little money, man. And over this money, they're turning their own people. This is crazy.
Yep, it is. But let's go ahead and look at what that escalation looks like in real time. These next few clips that we have that we're going to show you are from Portland. Federal agents are firing tear gas into crowds of peaceful protesters. No one's doing anything to harm anyone. No one's causing any violence. They're just simply protesting, which Americans have the right to do.
Right.
They have the right to assembly, the right to protest. So let's go ahead and see these next few clips here.
I think it's the ICE attacks.
American citizens.
Yeah, I mean, it was peaceful until they start trying to move everybody out of there because they didn't want them there.
Right.
No one on the other side was doing anything. They started firing the tear gas. They escalated that to another level. Like, people can protest. That's a staple of America.
Right.
We were built on that. And to say that people can't protest against what you have going on is straight up garbage. This is Nazism. These are the people who holler the Second Amendment every day. Second. The amendments mean so much, but the First Amendment means nothing to these people. This dude is talking about putting people in jail for burning flags. Today on the video, give me the person who was burning that flag. We're going to put him in jail. Or we're saying that if you burn a flag, you incite a riot. You dumb fuck. If it doesn't incite a riot, you can't arrest them for something that did not fucking happen. Well, burning flags, it incite people just get riled up. But if nobody was riled up when I burned the flag, how the fuck you gonna arrest me? and say, well, you were riling people up. This is bull, man. You're supposed to be fighting for the first just as hard as you fight for the second.
They call any protest is a riot.
Any protest. Unless it's them and they're attacking and trying to kill all the senators, then it's all good.
Right.
Then it's not a riot. It's just them voicing their opinion. Dude, Malcolm Matthews, there's no such thing as Antifa. Who's their leader, Mike? Name their leader. Where's their base? Where's their base? You know, he comes out today and does a video talking about Antifa. Was the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life. He got all those people on the round table talking about something that don't even fucking exist, trying to make up problems for he could put the military in cities.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say every goddamn day, the KKK is still not considered a domestic terrorist group in America.
Nope.
But Antifa, a group that don't even exist, is? Man. These
an imaginary group.
In their heads, they think that somebody's coming really after their ass in their heads. They really that's what they think. Antifa's coming after them. They so stupid. Peaceful marchers, tear gassed, beaten, and shoved. That's what happened. Oh, man. Into unmarked cars. All in the name of law and order. It's like 2020 all over again. Mm-hmm. Remember the last time we had all these riots and stuff? Who happened to be in office?
Trump.
Right.
Exactly. But when Governor Pritzker asked or said to ICE that they were targeting people based on race, Fox News called it a disgusting smear. But didn't he give them the authority or the ability to be able to pull people over based on skin color and their accents, how they talk?
Yeah, definitely. That was passed. So that's what they put in place. So I think we have it.
Yeah, I think we do. Let's see.
The bottom. Right there.
And is it totally divisive to suggest that just going at black and brown people introduces a ridiculous racial element into this? That is outrageous, what this governor's saying.
It's blood boiling. It is a disgusting smear to say there's racial profiling going on. Our ICE law enforcement are targeting criminals, and they're targeting those who are in this country illegally. Race has nothing to do with it. And for him to do that upon all these attacks on our law enforcement is just despicable. We will continue, though, to surge resources to protect the public in Chicago since J.B. Pritzker refuses to do it. And might I add the fact that J.B. Pritzker refuses to walk his own streets. Secretary Noem was just down there 2 days ago. She saw the rampant violence, the rampant crime, and J.B. Pritzker needs to step up and actually do his job, because if he looks at the facts, he'd find out that over the weekend, we arrested multiple Tren de Aragua members. We arrested drug traffickers. We arrested child pedophiles off of the streets of Chicago. And those are the people he's protecting as he allows them to terrorize Chicago residents.
I don't get it. If you want to be the president of the United States and J.B. Pritzker wants to be the president of the United States, how can you go out there defending child rapists, defending gang members? Surely this rebounds on him politically, doesn't it?
You know, I think he thinks the American people are stupid, but the American people are very smart. We see with our own eyes and ears the violence that's occurring on America's great streets. And I think the American people spoke on November 5th, 2024, and we will continue to carry out the American people's mandate that we're going to get these criminals out of sanctuary cities all across America.
Tricia McLaughlin, thank you very much for being with us today. Very important subject, and we appreciate it. Thank you, Tricia.
Thank you for having me, Stuart.
Now, they're talking about criminals, but they're arresting people going to school and going to work. They arrested a guy who was working a fire. They're not going after, right? A firefighter. They're not going after criminals. If they were going after criminals, well, this wouldn't even be a discussion. If it was just the criminals that they were going after, it would just be like when Obama was doing it. Mm-hmm. It'd be no difference when it was going on under Bush or under Clinton. It wouldn't be no difference. But the difference here is that he is going around into courthouses when the judges are saying, hey, You're okay. You have shown up to court. You are on your pathway to
You can
citizenship.
stay.
And they still grab them up. They still throw them in the car and tackle them. Yes, you are racially profiling. The Supreme Court said that you can use skin color and you can use someone's language as a reason to ask them for their papers, as a reason to detain them. And then now you want to say, oh, no, it's not racism. Oh, no, we're just going after criminals. Like, you can't have it both ways. We see that you're going after everybody. We see that it's anybody and everybody that you want out of this country. If it was just criminals, nobody would care. It would not be discussed if they were doing just criminals. But they're making up crimes. They're calling people gang members who are not gang members. It's ridiculous. We've seen the footage, man. It's always black people and brown neighborhoods that they're in, immigrant communities, protest zones. It's textbook profiling, racial profiling. This is what they're doing.
You're absolutely right. They weaponize denial. They say it's about safety while they're turning our cities into war zones.
War zones. Because these people are let on the loose and they're just doing whatever the hell they want to, man. It's crazy, man. Chicago has been the test site for this new policies that they're putting into. Operation Midway Blitz, they're calling it. As they're calling it, federal agents in tactical gear and helicopters overhead. ICE checkpoints downtown. Helicopters going into people's apartment buildings. Tying up little kids. Fuck them kids is what they said, man. But it's all good. It's all good. This is the country that Republicans want. They're celebrating. They're having a good time, man. They love it.
Yep.
This is what they want.
You're right. The Illinois Attorney General did just file a lawsuit against the Trump administration, calling it a constitutional crisis in progress. The city of Chicago is now designated a so-called ICE-free zone, with local police refusing to cooperate.
Yeah. And here's the reality. None of this is about safety. It's about control. A president who pardoned an insurrection now wants to criminalize dissent. He wants to criminalize protesting. He wants to put people on the left on the left in jail that have a different ideology or think that he's a piece of shit person.
Right. And it's chilling, especially for communities that have seen this before. The fear, the rage, the headlines, they're designed to break public resistance.
But as we've seen tonight, people are standing up, from governors to journalists to protesters. The real question now is, how far will this shit go? Stay tuned, man. We have a few left. We're going to talk about this last stories, the couple last story here. And, you know, it's pretty sad to see these things that's going on today, man. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, Pam Bondi and how she refused to discuss whether the DOJ flagged Epstein records, mentioning Trump and integrating that into the narrative and questioning. It's crazy. Bondi was on the hot seat. They talked about troops, Epstein, the DOJ's secrets, and she answered no questions. So, I mean, we turned to Pam Bondi on Capitol Hill, where she was grilled by senators over and over about Trump's deployment of troops into U.S. cities and her handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files. The key, she repeatedly refused to disclose what guidance she gave Trump and whether the DOJ flagged records about Epstein that mentioned Trump. It's been crazy to watch her do the mental gymnastics of, and really and truly, you could tell that she doesn't say anything to Trump. That's what happens. Trump does what the hell he wants to.
You're absolutely right. He does do whatever he wants to do. But the hearing became a battleground over transparency, executive power, and institutional integrity. The senators demanded answers about troop deployments and the Epstein-related records. Bondi's answers, however, mostly refusal and deflection. So tonight we're going to go ahead and break down what she would and would not say and the implications behind it.
I mean, she was just despicable. Her face, just so smug. I wanted to slap the shit out of her, dog. I really did. Just looking at her face, man. I couldn't be in that room. That's why I couldn't be a politician, because I would fuck somebody up. The way she was looking and the way she was treating people, dog. No respect for the left. Regardless of what somebody say, you're all supposed to have respect for each other because we work in government. Those days are over. So let's recap the core conflict. The Trump administration has moved to deploy military or National Guard forces into cities. We've known that, especially in Democrat-led areas that have opposed those moves. Questions have swirled. Did the DOJ review this? Did Bondi provide legal backing? Did she warn of constitutional overreach or posse comitatus issues? I've seen that word enough. I should know it.
But, then there's the Epstein files. The files were the flagged content, the questions of Trump's name. Earlier reporting alleged that the DOJ or the FBI staff were instructed to flag any mention of Trump while reviewing the Epstein records.
Mm-hmm.
Senator Dick Durbin asked Bondi whether the department had reviewed those records, and she declined to answer.
She wouldn't answer any questions. No accountability at all. Yes, Bondi flatly told Durbin, I'm not going to discuss anything with you about that. That refusal became a flashpoint. What is she hiding? What is it that she doesn't want to tell anyone?
Right.
You don't work for Trump. You're supposed to be working for the American people. But she thinks she works directly for Trump. That is the crazy part.
They all think that.
Yeah, man, they think they work for Trump. It's crazy.
When you've been sworn into an office and you take an oath, you serve the American people.
That's real.
Not one specific person. But one sharp moment that came from Senator Dick Durbin, who directly asked Bondi, did DOJ provide legal advice before deploying guard troops to the American cities, such as Chicago? Bondi again declined to go into the substance.
Instead, Bondi launched into the bullshit rhetoric, saying, I wish you love Chicago as much as you hate President Trump. Her little written down statements that she had. And if you're not going to protect your citizens, President Trump will. The way she was talking, dog, ugh. She's disgusting.
I wanted to smack her.
Very smackable face.
Durbin responded by warning of erosion of DOJ independence, noting that what's at stake is the separation of powers, the separation of the checks and balances that each part of the government has.
Well, they're supposed to be a separate entity, but under Trump, everyone is under him. He runs everything. He's the king. He makes all decisions. So on troop deployment, we know Trump just made
he just ordered it. And
this is what I'm doing, and they don't have any pushback. They don't have the balls to push back. They don't have the balls to tell him he's wrong. They don't have the balls to tell him, hey, this is unconstitutional. They don't have that. Only they have no spine, no balls, nothing. And they're just sitting there just listening to whatever this dude say.
No spleen.
And this dude is senile. Doesn't even know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
Think 9/11 was a year ago. Dude has lost it.
He said he predicted 9/11.
Man, this dude is crazy. Talking about he talked to Pete Hegseth about it. What the hell? That was Joe Biden. They'll still be playing that shit on repeat right now. So on troop deployment, Bondi would neither confirm nor deny her legal role on internal counsel. She held her cards close, leaving critics' questionings unanswered.
Yep. But Durbin he pressed her further. Did the Justice Department review the Epstein records to flag mentions of President Trump? Bondi responded with a categorical refusal. I'm not going to discuss anything about that with you.
Peace out, Thomas. We don't care. I love that y'all think that everything the left do is paid, but everything the right do is in the love of our country. But the
Right.
left, we all just paid. Like, y'all so fucking dumb. Like, how can you be this dumb? You think that all these people we can't have our own fucking brains and not like what the fuck Trump is doing. We got to be paid. Like, it makes me think that all of y'all are paid, because every time anybody else have a different fucking opinion and y'all, oh, it's paid.
They must be.
It must be y'all getting paid, because we're not getting paid. We just don't like you motherfuckers. She sought to deflect, man, saying she had not yet reviewed some documents herself. But that only inflamed concerns. If she hadn't reviewed them, how can she say what was done or not done?
Mm-hmm. But, you're absolutely right. Senators have also challenged her earlier remarks. She had previously claimed that a list of Epstein clients was sitting on her desk. Durbin asked, why then did she not disclose more? And guess what happened? Bondi again refused to elaborate.
That refusal creates a gulf. If the DOJ or the FBI flag Trump-related content in the Epstein files and Bondi won't address it, that's a serious transparency failure from the people that's supposed to be the most transparent. Fucking liars. The public doesn't know what was flagged, who flagged it, or whether it was suppressed. This is information that the public should know.
Yep.
They supposed to be the people that's supposed to be transparent. What the fuck is going on?
Yep. But Bondi's choice to withhold is not just avoidance. It's a strategy that she's playing. Preserve plausible deniability. But for a department that is supposed to uphold justice, the opacity undermines its trust.
I mean,
like you said, for an administration who's supposed to be the most transparent administration that we've seen, they sure do hide a lot of shit.
They don't want to answer any question. It's crazy. It's crazy to see a group of people who don't want to answer any questions for anything that they have done, but then come around and talk about how transparent they are. Anybody that was in the Biden administration, when they were called up to Capitol Hill to answer questions, they answered them. When they were called up to answer questions about any motives or any missions or anything that they were put in place, they answered the questions.
Yep.
No problems doing that. But when it comes to Republicans, they don't answer any questions. They don't say anything. They just fight back. They just jump. They just fight. People like that, are wrong. The people who can't keep their cool and just answer the questions on what they did, we know that they are doing criminal acts. We know this. When you can't just be open about what you are doing, what you are talking about, who you spoke to, and when you spoke to them, you're a criminal. That's what's going on.
Got all the secrets.
You're committing fraud. You're doing things that are not supposed to be done. That's what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't going on, you would easily answer the questions openly.
If you had nothing to hide,
wouldn't be a problem. The refusal to explain Troop Deployment Council plus refusing to discuss flagged Epstein records indicate the administration is insulating its most controversial decisions from accountability.
mm-hmm.
And this is what they are doing. They're going to do whatever they can do to make sure that Trump is never held accountable. His butt should have been put in jail when he was found guilty of all them goddamn felonies, just like any one of us would be. If we had 34 felonies, where do you think we would be sitting?
In jail.
In fucking jail.
In prison.
This dude is the president. Biden shouldn't went so soft on him and not put this dude in jail. There's other people saying, they shouldn't have went after Trump. Like, let this dude get away with crimes, just like they let Nixon get away with crimes, just like they let Reagan get away with crimes.
Yep.
All these people.
Just get away with shit.
Get away with shit.
And for the communities in Chicago and in Portland and anywhere else, these decisions do have real world effects. Militarized policing, loss of local anatomy, and chilling protests throughout the country.
Bonnie's performance in that hearing suggests that DOJ is no longer a check. It's been reshaped as an amplifier for the executive discretion.
Mhm.
It's an amplifier for Trump's thoughts. And that's all I say. When she was attacking back with them, I just felt as though she just had a notebook from Trump and he just wrote down how he felt about those people. And he went straight to those things. She went straight to those things.
She did.
And she just had a little notebook full of notes that Trump gave to her. Instead of her answering the questions.
Like he gave her a binder and
Yeah.
said, here,
This is how I feel about these senators. And this is what you should say about them.
this is what you should do in your interview tonight.
Disgusting.
It really was.
Disgusting shit,
But,
man.
you know, watching these clips, watching these exchanges, what stood out to you specifically? What stood out the most to you? Let us know in the comment section what stood out to you.
To me, man, like I said, it was just her not being able to answer the question without looking at her notes. So I felt as though, you know, they
She's hiding
prepared
something
for her to just
Yep.
fight instead of just answering the questions off what was going on and what really happened.
Right.
And when I see you doing those things, this shows that you are a liar. When I see you looking and you have to, just like Patel, he's looking through all this paperwork and all these notes and crap because they got all this bullshit wrote down trying to prepare for this.
Right.
Instead of coming in and just saying, hey, this is what happened.
It literally,
this is the truth.
Right.
You don't have to prepare for the truth.
It literally looked like she literally was like, all right, well, let me go back to this. Oh, if this question comes up, this is what we say. Okay, that's literally how it looked like. If you are in a job or any position and you have a knowledge base or a user manual, if this happens, do this. That's literally what she was doing in that interview.
Yeah, I mean, it was just garbage ass notes. I agree, Miss Kim Hawkins. She is very arrogant. Put that one up, Kim Hawkins. Yep, very arrogant. Very. I didn't like it's and to show that one, Sharon. She might as well. Yep. Yep. That's basically what she was doing up there.
Pretty much.
I mean, she was just. I mean, she didn't answer a question. Didn't answer one question. You know, and there are all these people in the comment section trying to say, "Oh, that's not what we watched the fucking video." We don't. You don't have to be able to read to fucking listen to the video and listen to this lady not answer one question
or watch her not answer one question.
Like I said, man, if you're telling if you have to go to your notes when someone asks you a question, and the only thing you have to do is just say, "No, we didn't talk about." That's all you have to do. But when you're lying, you don't want to answer those questions because if you're on the stand lying about these things, and later on you're caught in these lies,
it's perjury.
You know you're going to jail. So now what you do, you don't answer the questions because you know you're a piece of shit. Her steadfast refusal not just to explain, but to even acknowledge whether any review occurred on two fronts, troop deployment and the Epstein record flags. The dual silence speaks fucking volumes.
Mm-hmm. And for our viewers, this isn't inside baseball. This is about how decisions are made behind closed doors. Decisions that ultimately affect democracy, our civil rights, and the accountability of the American people.
That's
the
real.
Accountability of the United States of America and the president's office, the White House. They have to be held at the utmost standards for accountability. And right now, they're not.
There isn't any. So we're going to go ahead and get up out of here, man. Make sure you guys hit subscribe. You want to see Habari Live, which is real news from real voices, from the people that's from Phoenix to the people, man. Make sure to subscribe and check out all of our sites at Habari Entertainment. Join the conversation, the hashtag Habari Live, Habari Nation, and Truth Matters. Watch full episodes and read our articles on HabariEntertainment.com, please. And if you're in the Phoenix area and if you need any events, photography, or videography, make sure to hit us up at info@habarientertainment.com. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram,
Threads, Blue Sky,
TikTok, and every site, man, at Habari Entertainment. If you believe in truth, accountability, and the independent media, hit that subscribe button, man. Share this video and stay a part of the Habaria Nation. We appreciate you guys because the story doesn't stop here. It keeps going, man. And we're going to keep telling the stories and letting you guys know what's been going on. We appreciate you. Have a good night. See you Saturday, 11 a.m. Peace out.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habarientertainment.com. See you next week. Peace.